The idea of credential stuffing is taking sets of already exposed credentials, like the ones that we were just talking about in the last story. Take the username and password. And if the username is an email address, which is used, pretty much everywhere, like I may have 7 or 8 accounts or 100 associated with my personal email address, which means that people can go to the other sites and say, well, Matt might have an account here. Maybe he used the same password again, and try it there and see if it works. And then you've got 2 accounts. But you can do this en masse. You can load it into software. The one in particular that they mentioned is called Sentry MBA. And it's basically an interface that people can drop leaked credentials into, point it at a bunch of different websites, and try them all at once.
Yeah, so it's not even just one. It's like,
it's hundreds. The software will do in such a way that it doesn't trip the alarms for brute forcing that most sites will have set up. But yeah, you could try one-week credential across a whole bunch of different sites. And I guess it has a user community around it because, it's the same general idea, but the interfaces to every single site have to be individually programmed. Maybe there's an API, or maybe there's a web interface or some other way of getting that credential test done. But the number of sites that support it is actually pretty staggering. So it's really kind of interesting and probably one of the scarier things I've seen in a while. But the point is that, once the credential is out in the open, expect it to be tried on all these different sites. And there's a whole underground market of people selling these creds to each other, and they may have an interest in a particular website that you may be using. The statistics that they mentioned was that of the credential breaches in 2016, anywhere from 0.1% to 2% of those credentials get reused successfully on other sites. That reuse of those credentials opens up a whole other avenue of fraud on whatever those sites are for. Maybe it's a shopping site, maybe it's your credit card or your bank. So it's really important that people don't reuse these credentials. And I think this is one of the strongest arguments for it, is that someone will say, well, maybe who's really going to go and try my password on all these different sites? Well, they're going to try everybody's passwords on all these different sites automatically, with minimal amounts of effort and pretty significant payoff.